Another construction update. There used to be something that used to be here that should have not been removed. Hey, what's going on? Storm with Todd here. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, give me a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you think this should have been removed or if it should have stayed. Another construction update. We're on Elm Drive. Elm Drive. Like Freddy Krueger. So, years ago, back in 2013, there used to be a cemetery down here. There was a lot of farmland and stuff like that all through here. Now you can see now they're building up and stuff, and there's a park and ride right here. This is all farmland and like fields and stuff like that. But just over this way here somewhere, there was a cemetery. It was the Keeney family cemetery. So it used to sit over here, and they ended up digging up all the tombstones and all the people, and they relocated all of them because they wanted to clear this hill and build something here. This was back in 2013. Well, they never built anything. They never did anything for years and years and years, till just recently here. Then they started building. Then they just started building and stuff just recently, as you can tell. This used to be the Keeney family cemetery. I don't know the whole story behind it. If they had like some type of permission, or if it was in a will, or if it was like eminent domain, or what's going on, because the highway's not too far from here. So I don't know the whole story by it. But I think when someone's in their final resting spot, that's where they should they stay. I don't think it was somewhere back over in here. There was a cemetery, but they did relocate them. So you can see the construction up there. Probably building another big warehouse. There's lots and lots of warehouses going on and being built. So I know there was crazy stuff that happened back in 2013. They said that there was like little dust storms. I hear the highway. I thought there was a car coming. So there was like little dust storms, like little tornadoes that was happening while they were digging up the graves and stuff like that. Not like full-blown tornadoes, but like little dust storms and stuff like that. They had like papers and stuff there, and stuff was getting all blown around. It was really crazy stuff that kept happening. But I figured I'll show you this little construction update and let you know about the cemetery that used to be there. And they did relocate it over at the next town. It was the Keeney family cemetery. It was a very old cemetery. All right, so it says it was like mid 1800s. It says it was a final resting spot for almost 150 years. So for 150 years or so, people got to rest and stuff. Then, because people want to build stuff, they can just move. If you haven't saw our other video, I forget which one that's called, but we were up at like Whole Foods. There's a cemetery they built a Whole Foods right beside the cemetery. It's literally like 2 feet from the cemetery. I don't know. I don't feel that's right, but it is what it is. People are going to do what they're going to do. I don't know. My thinking's probably way different than someone else's, but I feel that if it's a cemetery, something like that, let them be. I mean, you don't even own anything really anymore these days, because people can come in and take it from you. You have hardly any say. And then when you die, you don't really have much of a say either. Check out this mushroom. Pretty big, crazy mushroom. But yeah, that's my thought on it. I think if you pass away and you get put in the cemetery, that's where it should stay. They shouldn't move cemeteries to build stuff. It's just work around it. The same with the whole eminent domain thing. I don't like that either, because people work too hard for stuff and you can't have anything. People can come and take whatever they want to, whenever they want. At least that's what it seems like. And then you have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to fight for your stuff that you already pay a lot of money for. But yeah, more construction. More construction. I'm not sure what they're building here, but this park and ride where we're at now was never here. It's fairly new, I believe. So, but let's go see if we can find this other cemetery and see where these graves are at. All right, we made it to the New Freedom Cemetery. So we're going to try to find where these graves are at. I'm not really sure where they're at. There's no guide thing. I'll probably look on the internet and find something, but we'll walk around and see what we can find, and if we can find something, we find it. If not, let's come back for another day. I do have a small amount of time to look for these, so we'll figure out here. I do got to pick the boy up here in a little bit, but let's get started and see what we can find. Like everything, I should rephrase that. Not everything on the internet is true, but I do know this is true because I've lived down here, and I remember when they were moving that, and I wasn't exactly sure which cemetery they moved it to, and it says they moved it to this one. I found one Keeney, but it said Keeney Boss or Bose or something like that on the headstone, and then the last names, who it wasn't Keeney. Here's another Keeney. So and the dates are like, this here's a little bit older, but 1894 to 1964. So I'll go ahead and flip you around. So there's one headstone. I don't even know if this is the right one. I don't think it is. There was a whole bunch over there. I thought maybe they moved them in like a group and put them all together, since it was like a whole family. I'm not 100% sure. That's what I'm sort of looking for, is like a whole group of them. I don't know if they like spread them out or what they did. Like I said, when I go to these places, it's usually like a spur of the moment thing. Sometimes I don't do a lot of research. Although I am working on a project. It's a very good project. And I am doing research on this project here. So I found, that's 2019. See, and there's graves here. Let me spin you around here. So there's graves here on the ground. You can't even see some of them because they're so so marked. You have to be careful. That's sort of weird there. I don't like standing on this. I'm like sinking. I can feel my feet slowly sinking in. So I don't know if this is it or not. Yeah, I was like sinking in the ground there. It's a little eerie. So I don't know if there's grave markers here. Because when I was up some, I seen a bunch of grave markers in the ground, and they weren't really. Some were cleared off, and some were not. A lot of it was like grass covered. But we'll look and we'll see what we can find, and I guess that will be that. But this is where they're supposed to be at. So it says here that placing of memorial items upon the ground is prohibited during mowing season. All ground decorations must be removed by March 1st. That's really, really weird. I do see some flowers there though. Like I said, there's rules for everything. It's crazy. You can't do nothing. You can't own anything. You can't, when you pass away, you can't rest. It's just absolutely crazy. Here's some more markers right here at the ground there. See, some of these are covered over. There very well could be some in here somewhere. I'm not too sure. We're looking. I don't see anything. I was walking up through in between some, but I can see the names pretty well, and if I can't, then I'll walk up. And some of the tombstones are facing this way, and some are facing the other way. It's sort of weird, but it's not too far. It's not like I can't see. I can see everything except if it's ground covered. So we'll see. I'll have to walk over that way yet, and then we'll see what we can find. Here's a father and a mother tombstone, but I have not found a whole group. I even walked up through in the grass and stuff like that. I have not found a whole bunch of the Keenies. I found Keenies spread out, but that was that. Some of this stuff is newer over there, but they got moved in 2013, so we will see. Not Sweeney, but Keeny. Is it Sweeney or Keeny? Starts with a K. Keeny. I'm sorry, Keeny. All right, I found it. There's a whole plot of them. So it's in the one corner here. This is what was up there at the construction site. So when they moved them. So it was all these here. I know there was a whole group here somewhere. It looks like there's some babies and stuff here and stuff. But yeah, this is the whole family plot that was up there. Even some of them have like rocks. They have like rocks and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can't really see anything on them, but we found it. So Keeny, Keeny. Pretty cool. I knew I'd find it. It took a little bit of time, but we did find it. It's pretty crazy. Some of the stuff is extremely old. So here's some here that's in the ground there. It's really hard to read. You can't even read that one. It's absolutely crazy. But one more look, and then we'll be on our way. So I figured we'd find it somewhere, and I figured that we would find them in a whole cluster, not really spread out. I was hoping they wouldn't be spread out because it was a family cemetery up there on, I think it was Elm Drive. I think that's what I said earlier. But 2013 it was moved because they were going to build something and they didn't build it. So I don't believe the builder that's building now is the one that wanted that moved, or however that went down. I'm not 100% sure. I just knew that it was moved, and I think when someone's at their final resting spot, they should be at their final resting spot. It shouldn't be disturbed. So with that being said, it was a success. We're going to end the video here at the New Freedom, New Freedom Cemetery in PA. So we will catch you guys on the next one. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If when someone's in their final resting spot, if they should be left alone or if it's okay to be moved. But we will catch you on the next one, my friend. Have a great day. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. And we will catch you on the next one, my friend. Remember to treat yourself and others with kindness.